no to that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. You got the European tea over here with Modzai.
Literally, actually, European tea.
I feel like Pac-Man is, it's honestly damned if you do, damned if you don't to a degree. I feel like Pac-Man is probably Wario's one of his worst matchups for sure. And I remember a little while ago, Gluto was like on a bit of a loss streak to T and just being like, I don't know what to do versus this character. And so he has experience in the matchup at the very least, but it's going to be a matter of if he's going to be able to show it to us right now and make sure that that waft comes online, make sure that those big hits come through, and make sure that Pac-Man is not able to do whatever he wants.
Funny enough, you can actually eat the hydrant. Obviously, you can eat the fruit as well, but, you know, are you going to do that consistently? Obviously, you can just throw out the raw S-Match. You know what? Get duffed.
That feels so bad. At the start of the game, you're like trying to set up this wall, trying to this camping game, and you get full forward smash.
Why not? Again, slapping the hydrant as well. Get that out of here. I don't want to see none of that.
Yeah, I like that play from Gluto as well, realizing that Modzai was coming down and hitting the hydrant, meaning that he could take it out in one hit with the forward tilt. So a good little bit of counterplay there and making sure that Modzai isn't able to set up the hydrant as a projectile.
Interesting enough, the bike doesn't actually get rid of the hydrant straight away, so obviously Gluto can have to work out where he can kind of set up that bike if he wants to go through the hydrant and just leave it alone. And obviously, bell in hand right now, portable witch time as I like to call it, you got to watch out for that one. There's the grab, back to off stage. Now we can set up the wall again.
Yeah, Wario where he's used to mini games, playing the game with the bell, trying to avoid that single hit because that forward smash will take the stock at this present. Modzai, no bell in hand, trying to find an opportunity to charge it, but Gluto's pressure pretty good in this corner.
Yeah, definitely the hardest WarioWare minigame I've ever seen in my life. He's just have to do a good job, see if he can figure out again the bell yet again. He's got it in his hand.
All right.
Doesn't abuse it this time and kind of gets out the way. Clanks with the hydrant. That's going to be very, very vital in this set. Obviously, a lot of time, Pac-Man will be dropping hydrants all on your head, so you have to do a good job finding these aerials to clank through.
Yeah, pressure at the ledge now. Bike set up, and the dash attack out. Almost no end leg on that move. So hard to punish. The back air catching the lingering air dodge.
Okay, what's the wall setup this time? The hydrant angle just goes up really high with the apple. Does send it quite vertically. The key straight away, but parries it. We got those? Okay.
I like that. I like that.
Gluto.
Somehow ready for the key as opposed to the bell. I think the timing there from Modzai was a little bit tricky, trying to make Gluto think the bell was coming up, but the down throw on the apple is going to do it that high in the screen. Gluto, so familiar.
Absolutely. Like I said before, the apple does send vertically. So if you're high in the blaster, you're already halfway there. So Great old Gluto's kind of recognized that, throw that straight down, taking the first up quite handily now. And again, getting that hydrant the hell out of there straight away. No time for Modzai to set it up.
All right, setting up behind the bell. Back airing the hydrant on the way down, and then using the bell to actually break the hydrant means you have a little bit of space created by the hydrant to pick up the bell. So I like that from Modzai, keeping it safe, trying to get that bell in hand, and now, once again, charging at the key, though.
Yeah, that is the fastest fruit as well, and it will kill quite early this percent.
My favorite fruit, key.
Absolutely.
Wow, and actually messed up by his own hydrant is Gluto. A bit of a greedy up B goes unpunished. The waft is also online. Enough time has been wasted. The back throw, is it going to be enough? No, the mash.
Yeah, as long as he's glowing that mustardy Super Saiyan color, you're going to see the garlic gun come out sooner or later, but either way, doesn't get a chance to use just yet. Modzai taking the first stock finally. There's the Galaga setup, but doesn't get the damage. That Galaga fruit does, so that's the combo fruit right there.
Absolutely. We've seen 60+% come off the back of that bad boy.
Okay.
Set up now. Modzai's doing a really good job of not overextending off the back of these platforms and just making sure that he has the fruit that he wants before he's going in too much. Potential though, and pow!
God damn.
The falling up air just confirms, and I wasn't sure if he was actually going to make it off the back of that. Might have been an opportunity to air dodge for Modzai, but Gluto so aware, so consistent with those kill confirms.
He found time.
Yeah, you know what? He's got it. He checked the watch. He said, just enough, just enough.
I got time. Either way, you see Modzai. I like the way he sets up the hydrant and gives himself ample time to grab the bell while he's got the hydrant floating at you. It's like a coming wall coming at you right now. It's very hard to kind of get past. There he goes. Primes the hydrant with the nair. Charges up some sort of fruit.
And this is where this matchup can get a little bit more challenging for Pac-Man. Now you have to play more on Gluto's terms, right? Because whereas before you're fine with camping because you're setting up those fruits and you have even stocks. When you're stocked down, every second that you spend setting up fruits, Gluto's like, all right, we can either go to time or I can get another walk.
I don't mind, yeah, we can go to time if we want. Wario, very defensive character sometimes, but there's the key coming out kind of thin air, but still Gluto kind of lives on. Wario's quite heavy and floaty too.
The second play is going to get punished with a dash attack now, faring out of the corner, trying to regain that center stage. Setting that hydrant back up, but Gluto destroying it just in time. The apple's not going to do it.
And I'm liking the pressure on the air as well. And Modzai started to set off really well, hiding under the platform because he recognizes Wario likes to come from the air a lot of the time, but just still kind of getting caught out right now. The key going over, the bike going over as well, and Modzai can't get anything set up right now.
No, like we said, he's still trying to set up this hydrant, still trying to get the fruits that he needs, but because Gluto's able to play so patiently and so evasively, he's not really been finding anything. We've seen a couple of keys, a couple of apples come out to no avail, and this stock lead has been so important.
Oh, has to abuse the second jump. Gluto doesn't really take advantage right there. Gets up tilted into the up air. Okay, up to up air on Pac-Man.
We're doing it. Pac-Man kills the old-fashioned way. This Pac-Man.
Just the bike's up this time. The Gallagher going to float away from it. And
yeah, a little bit agreed. A little bit agreed.
Yeah, overextended the one time, died for it. That's a harsh lesson.
And typically the dash tag is hard to punish in those situations, but because he hit the bike, it actually extends the hurt box just a little bit, making the punish window a little bit bigger. So good stuff to Gluto, recognizing he's able to get a dash tag out in that situation. And Modzai looked really good coming into that second stock, had the percent lead until that waft came through and really shifted the momentum of the game. If you're able to avoid that one specific situation, right, that one stock taken early, I think that goes a very different way.
No, I can absolutely understand that. And like I said before, the way that Modzai started with the Pac-Man was really good. He was setting up a lot of walls, again, hiding under the platforms to make sure that Wario's usual approach from the air with the M ability I keep mentioning can't really happen too often, can't be that potent. But then as the set was kind of unfolding, I think Modzai was getting a little bit more impatient as the time was going on, overextending more and more, and eventually he died for it in the end. So.
And I'm expecting to see the Pac-Man pick maintained throughout this. You said the Kazuya is in the back pocket, and that can be a solid matchup for Wario, just because he is forced to interact with Kazuya. The problem with that matchup can be Wario's airspeed is so good that baiting out those electric is a little easier with Wario than it is with a lot of other characters. Not that electric is particularly punishable, but
it's doable.
Theoretically, it's possible. Not again.
Yo, off
I was gonna say the one time I was there.
Definitely your moment right there, Nurse, either way.
I had flashbacks in that moment right now.
I think every Pac-Man did as well.
If you were there, you were there. 40% now added up onto Gluto, but fights back with the fair. The Galaga now in hand, maintaining that center stage. The minigame is back, the dash back and forth, and that's big damage.
Yeah, he's getting a big cross for that, right? He failed that one. He'll have to try again later on, sooner or later. Either way, Bell is charged. You have to watch out. And there he goes. He's going to set up the wall, but again, Gluto breaking that wall straight away. There's no time to get the bell unless you're off stage. Portable Witch Time in hand. You got to watch out for this one. You can see Modzai doing the classic run left and right.
So much respect, man. So much respect. What's crazy is this looks silly. It's optimal. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do against him. Because if you try to interact, if you go for the hydrant, you do anything. Your stock is gone at 100, and Modzai now an early lead.
Very early lead indeed. Now you don't have waft just yet.
No, it's gonna be a little while still too.
Okay. Again, throwing the orange downwards, it does send quite horizontally out, so it would send out, would have been a great kill, but just can't find it right now. Jumps over the hydrant, no grab for you, that is a little bit laggy, and still just surviving, opens his mouth out wide, doesn't get anything in there but flies, unfortunately, and still has to keep fighting. Okay.
You can tell me that wasn't pure greed? An ambitious option for Gluto going for that up smash gives Modzai enough time to get this grab and
even
the reset on the bell.
Even on the Lord's Day, we start sitting there, so I'm sorry. Bell in hand though, again, same situation.
Run it back. Forward tilt the hydrant again, see what happens.
Okay, going high again, the hydrant set up straight away, and he's definitely going to charge bells.
Okay.
Over and over again.
Using the bike there to get rid of the hydrant, then coming in with the neutral B to catch the shield. I like that from Gluto, but you need a little bit more. You need to take this stock. The waft can make it doable, but you are very far behind.
Okay, apple charge as well, so of course you have to watch out. Down below, so if he throws it in the air, it will go down vertically. Or diagonally, shall I say.
Yeah. A little bit of a miss on the hydrant. The apple wasted, maybe trying to B-reverse it off the back there, but 165% on Gluto as he tries to get back on this hydrant. Modzai expecting to land on the ground instead of the platform in that situation.
Setup after setup after setup.
Okay.
Oh, man. Getting to taste your own medicine. It definitely doesn't taste good for Modzai. Gonna have to work on the next stock, but either way, Gluto, it's time to shine. The belly's out. Double nair into the one-up air, though. And oh, my God.
No
oh, my goodness.
way.
Down B just like that out the way. And Modzai evens up as we're kind of rolling our eyes over that as well. And still back to even. Somehow, some way.
He hit that apple while his eyes were in the back of his skull. I fully saw that in the player cam. He was like, yeah, sure, you got it. Let's even this up. No more waft online, but Gluto's brought this back in a huge way.
Double fair as well. And using the water boost it stuffs up, apparently. Getting the up throw up air and a little bit of damage on the board, but of course the Gallagher fruit's out. You gotta watch out. One combo is all it takes. Never mind, my fault.
Yeah, uses manages to bait it out, and now 4 up airs later, Modzai's already at 87%, hiding behind this hydrant, trying to charge the bonus fruit, trying to get that bell out, or at least the Gallagher to put some damage online.
Yep, there, fair. Okay, nothing fair as well. Pack and box. There's the Gallagher in hand yet again. Just wants the damage, but Gluto fighting back on that hydrant. Get that out of here, I told you.
Yeah, Gluto's so aware in that moment, realizing that the Gallagher did enough damage to the hydrant that he could break it with fair, and uses that to challenge Modzai. It's that really, like, very minuscule, just minute-making decisions. Making the difference in this game.
Gluto is the one blessed with the bell. Really gets wow, he actually does get the kill. Crazy trade with the hydrant.
That's 2 kills via hydrant, that game.
Modzai gonna be mad now.
Like, hit with waft and my own hydrant twice?
Who is this guy?
I mean, matchup learned, I guess. Hydrant's his best kill option.
But honestly, as comfortable as you can be, it did look like Gluto was a little bit comfortable when these bells were coming out. Like you saw before, he air dodged to catch the bell high up in the air. He understands where the angle and the kind of the trajectory is coming at. But so many times you just can't make mistakes. As you said earlier, you know, there is, as soon as you got it in his hand, you have to pay so much respect to him.
Yeah. And that waft confirm even is something that we don't see too often. That was a falling fair into waft, and the only reason I think that it worked is because Modzai was already in the air when he got hit with the fair, and so it led to a situation where Gluto was able to confirm off the back of that. It may have not even been true. I couldn't tell you 100%, but I'll tell you this much: that confirm does not come out super, super often.
No, apparently not. I don't think I've ever seen falling fair into waft. So Gluto making it up as we go along, but still Modzai sticking with the pack. He said, you know what, the Kaz is not enough. It needs to be his worst match, apparently, which is Pac-Man.
I mean, and to be fair, the Pac-Man has been working, right? Until we've seen a waft second stock every single game. That really set the tone, set the pace as we went into that stock 3. Modzai, I imagine, knows that's the win condition, right? He needs to hit that, or these games are not close.
Sure. Okay. I think Gluto knew the hydrant was primed enough to like, you know what, I don't want to deal with that. But oh my god, runs into his mouth. Why not?
Pac-Man kind of looks like a garlic if you think about it. Not that hard.
If you've been sun too long, sure. It's looking kind of bright for Modzai right now as well. I guess the back throw as well, going to set up a wall, of course, to set up where it is this time. Okay, just throws out the Clyde and the Pinky. Why not?
Let him know. The ghosts are out. Beetlejuice too.
Sure. Halloween approaching. There's a down air though.
Oh,
that's definitely scary if you can't take like that. You lord. Gluto.
My gosh. And it just seems at every moment where it looks like Modzai has something going, just one thing goes wrong, one big mistake that sets the tone. And Gluto, again with his stock lead, we've seen how much he's been able to push this in the past, and he doesn't even typically have it on the first stock.
Sure. Rolls out, of course. Yeah, on the fair. Doesn't want to deal with any of that, any type of BS that Pac-Man's throwing out at you. But the bell's there.
Oh, no tech either.
Doesn't get to grab it in time, and now, oh wow, Gluto going off deep, but actually getting surprised. Still techs it though. Show Modzai a thing or two about that. My bad.
It's too soon. It's too soon. It just happened. All right, Bike now trying to set up some pressure with the hydrant, but the apple just good enough. And Modzai, we've seen a pretty consistent variation of punishes from Gluto trying to hit the hydrant, and that's something that Pac-Man is so good at, setting up situations where you're like, I have to hit the hydrant, and he's ready to punish you for it. It's almost like using Luma.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Gallagher in hand though, have to watch out. The combo fruit's out, but of course Bike stopping him in the tracks. And you see Gluto glowing a little bit, you gotta watch out now. Oh boy, he takes this stock with down to a dash attack. The next stock could be curtains and a flash.
Absolutely, and I feel like Gluto doesn't even use the waft on this stock necessarily, and that's kind of a double-edged sword because it means on the back end, if this game does end up going the distance and does become a bit of the camp fest on the last stock, Gluto might not have that waft back online, but it does put a lot of threat on that final stock.
And they're clanking with the hydrant, it works out so well. That's the 5-star waft splash. Okay, the forward air as well, gonna push him off stage, just wants the wall set up, but again, just throws the cherry, any type of option he can. You know what, why not?
We believe.
Unfortunately, the back air, it's not gonna be a good trade out for Modzai. He's gonna lose his second stock on his last one now, and oh man, Gluto trying to get something started already.
Yeah, the Nair thankfully getting Pac-Man out of danger so fast with that option, the hydrant set up now, charging the bonus fruit. There's potential for a Bell to do it if he's able to find it.
Has so much time to catch that Bell. Wow. He was able to throw a Nair out, drift back, and still catch the Bell in hand.
Yeah, I don't know if that says more about Bell or how fast Nair is. Really scary situation. If an air dodge had come out, that would have been it for Modzai, looking for that roll. Gluto, the aura, the threat range.
I love that. Had his back turned to him as well. Very rude.
He said, do it.
No man is allowed on Sunday, but oh man! Okay.
Yeah, not quite enough with the up smash, but that one should do it. 54% on Modzai. Again, 54%, not too bad a spot. It means a lot of those low percent waft confirms actually aren't going to work, so Gluto likely going to be looking for a Let's Drop waft to close it out.
On the power pellet, bro. So that glove is useless. Wow. No power pellet is strong enough against the waft, bro.
Man, that's a brutal way to go. And I was like, how is Gluto going to find this waft?
Just like that.
I was like, if you want to confirm it, you got up air, like maybe a super late nair at this percent, but up tilt's probably not going to work. He's like, I don't need to confirm.
Yeah.
I've seen this pellet before.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm used to it. I'm used to the mini games. I told you, bro. That's the master.